Now, this is where you get into the first big problem, the scientific method. You have to have a reasonable basis for even having that hypothesis. And as you're going to see in a minute, with the story method, you don't even have hypothesis. Your first thing you do, your starting point, is you state your conclusion. So by using the story method, my conclusion is that the moment I put the aluminum foil in the tailpipe, that I've interfered with the truck in a manner so as to endanger human life. But you guys, with your useless scientific method, you got to start with that being a hypothesis. And as I said, you have to have a reasonable basis for that, and I'm not sure you would. But let's assume you would, you're going to form that hypothesis. Well, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to design experiments to test the hypothesis. So what you're probably going to do is get some aluminum foil like this, put it in the tailpipe, and see if there's any danger to human life from doing that. And like I said, it's the instant you put it in that you've interfered with the truck in a manner so as to endanger human life. But you're going to do your trials. You'll probably put this in. You'll make some observations. You'll observe what you see, and you'll write down what you see. You'll write down what you don't see. You'll even do some measurements. And these are the biggest dangers of the scientific method, because you cannot trust your observations. If you see something happening, that's just useless in drawing a conclusion from that. If you see something not happening, it's useless. If you take measurements with machines or rulers or otherwise, they're just not useful in reaching scientific conclusions, and they're going to lead you off path, and you're going to get the wrong answer. So you would put this in. You would not even start the car, because the hypothesis is that the moment I put that in there, I've interfered with the truck in such a way so as to endanger human life. But then you might be curious. Step one of your trial would be to put that in and see if there's any danger. And then step two would be start the truck and see if there's any danger. So this is all a waste of time. And not only would that be your experiment, but you'd do trial after trial to test this hypothesis. And then what good would all of that be if you can't rely on your observations to reach a conclusion? Now, for sake of argument, I'm going to do it, first of all, the way you people who've been indoctrinated with the scientific method. Suppose that is my hypothesis, that the instant I put this into the truck, that I've interfered with it in a manner so as to endanger human life. Let's see what you guys would do. I'll get a piece of aluminum and I'll put it in here. Now, another big waste of time you would have in the scientific method is you would have scientific control. You'd have another truck just like this right next to it that never had a piece of aluminum foil, and you do measurements and observations on both trucks. What a waste of time. What a useless waste of time, and waste of the second truck, which somebody could be out driving and enjoying, but you'd have it all tied up here using it as a control. Okay, I've got it in there. I'm saying I've interfered with it in a manner so as to endanger human life. But you're thinking, what's the danger? I'm here. I don't feel any danger. I don't have any headaches or any pain. I'm not about to pass out. I'm not losing consciousness. Nothing's happening to me. But the reason I'm going to prove to you that you've interfered with this truck in a manner so as to endanger human life is you're exposing anyone to carbon monoxide poisoning. But like I said, I'm not feeling it, so you would wrongly conclude at this point that it's not endangering human life. And I'll prove you're wrong. I'll prove you're wrong when we start going through the story method. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sit in the cab, and I'm going to see if maybe there's some carbon monoxide fumes in there that are going to make me dizzy, make me pass out, make me feel nauseous. Then I'm going to start the truck, and I'm going to see the same thing. I'm going to sit in that cab and see, are there any fumes or anything that make me nauseous. But I'm also going to take some video of what happens when I do start the truck with this piece of aluminum foil in here. So if my camera operator will stay put, I'm going to go sit in the truck for a minute before I start it. I'm going to make sure the windows are up. I'm going to take some real deep breaths, and I'm going to observe. Do I have a headache? Do I feel faint? Do I have any pain? So I'll do that, then I'll start the truck and I'll make the same observations. Am I feeling faint? Am I about to pass out? Does anything seem not right? So here I go to do that.